Yo, it's Kid Blu3 0114, still Chef City love you. Get me? Right now you're listening to Decoded.
You're proud of your current self.
Yeah. If I looked back at myself about 7 years ago from now, definitely.
Growing up in Sheffield, how did the city influence you as an artist?
In a lot of different ways. I mean, I started singing in church and then kind of went off of that, and then I started getting into grime when I was like 12, 13, that type of age, and then I started rapping with a group of people, just spitting on different beats. And I'd say it's influenced me in the sense of everyone is their own person here.
So you said you started singing and then you made the move to rapping. What made you make that move?
The fact that I like that I could put more pain, all my pain and all the stuff that I'd worked on into rap more than I could articulate it into singing.
So obviously you mentioned pain. What's your songwriting process like? Do you start with lyrics? Do you start with a beat, or do you start with a feeling?
Anything. I could literally be anywhere at any time and I write.
What's your downtime look like outside music?
Music, gym, work.
What message do you hope people take from your music?
Manifest, believe, succeed.
So
Yeah.
Your motto is manifest, believe, succeed. What does that mean to you?
You put your mind to it. You say you're gonna do something, you put your mind to it and then you go and do it.
What's one song that always gets you in your feelings?
I don't know. I can't answer you that one because for me as a person, I don't just have a specific song that does that for me. For me, it's music on a whole. Because I listen to so much different genres of music, I don't really have like one specific thing where I can be like, yes, that is what I do.
What keeps you motivated when things get tough?
From the fact that I've had to work myself from the ground up.
What's a common misconception people have about you?
There's quite a lot.
If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Stay true to yourself.
If you can only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Something that's healthy.
If your life was a sitcom, what would it be called?
Positive Vibrations with Kid Blu3.
What are you most scared of?
I'm not scared. You know what, right? I went on holiday and I had this mad spiritual thing, and I used to be so scared of death, right? And you know now, I'm not scared of that anymore. But I used to be so scared of it, and now I'm just at peace with myself and at peace with anything that's to come. I feel like if you accept both things, then you haven't really got anything to worry about then.
What's the most ridiculous lie you believed as a child?
I don't really remember that much from my childhood, if I'm being completely honest. So yeah. If
you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
There's something to do with music. I literally eat, sleep, breathe. Literally everything I do is music. I don't do anything else apart from music. So yeah, it would have to be to do with something with music, or I'd say, if I weren't a rapper, I'd probably be a sound engineer. Because I really like frequencies and vibrations and sound waves and stuff like that.
Who's your celebrity lookalike?
No comment.
Choose a superpower.
To heal people.
What's the craziest conspiracy theory you believe?
Everything's crazy in itself.
What's the worst impulse buy that you still own?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's crazy, but I have some DJ decks. I mean, I wouldn't say it's crazy, but yeah, I guess that was on an impulse.
What season describes you best and why?
Spring. And I'd say because I'm always changing, I'm always going through a different cycle, and one cycle's ending, then a new cycle's coming, and then I'm shedding off the old cycle, and then I'm welcoming in new things to come. So I'd say I'm always changing and progressing. So, and I guess that spring for me is like the start of something new. And then it progresses into summer. And then obviously from summer it progresses into something else. So I'd definitely say that I'm spring.
If you could swap lives with anyone for a week, who would it be?
I wouldn't.
How would you want to be remembered?
For the person that made a difference and just showed that females can go into whatever industry they want to go into. That's what I'd want to be remembered as.
What's the worst haircut you've ever had?
I've had some mad hairstyles. I mean, even this again, I wouldn't even say it's the worst one. At one point, I actually shaved all my hair off. And to me, that was a very, very, I felt very cleansed actually when I did that.
What's the best gig or event you've been to as a fan?
As a fan?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? I went to Boomtown, I was performing there, and I'd say the best performance I ever saw was either Prodigy or Damian Marley. It was absolutely amazing. And I went to the Tangled Roots stage as well, and Lion Paw Dub. Like, their sound system is absolutely insane. Big up to them. And big up to Sinai sound system in Sheffield as well.
How do you deal with creative blocks?
I find a different route to create something else with that block.
If you could collab with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
Alive, actually I don't really alive, I think this person's alive. I mean, actually I'm not even going to say that because I could be wrong. I'd love to collaborate with Lauryn Hill or Erykah Badu or Little Sims, Anderson .Paak, and I said dead, Mac Miller. Oh yeah, like, definitely.
So obviously you've mentioned you started singing and then you went into rapping, but what was your first introduction to sort of like hip hop and rap?
From my mum. My mum literally grew me up on Biggie Smalls, Cypress Hill, Tupac, what do you call it now? I can't remember what they're called, but they're like a big group. Wu-Tang. Yeah, I grew up on basically a lot of hip hop, bits of jungle, reggae, dub, but also a lot of, Mum used to play quite a lot of soul music as well, so yeah.
What's the worst piece of advice someone's ever given you?
You'll make it in this time frame. And what I mean by that is, you can never put a time frame on your manifestation. When it comes to you, it comes to you.
What's one word or phrase that you say too often?
Manifest, believe, succeed. Yeah, I do say that quite a lot.
What's one food you refuse to eat no matter how hungry you are?
One food I refuse to eat? Ooh, tomatoes. I don't mind if they're like in something, but I can't just straight up eat one and be like, yeah, that's nice. I can't do that. And I don't know if it's the texture or whatever it is, that's just not my vibe. Yeah.
So you've mentioned the gym as well. What's your go-to gym routine?
I go on the treadmill for an hour, and then I go on the rowing machine for 30 minutes, and then I do weights, but they're like Pilates weights, and that's what I've been getting into recently.
What are you crazy competitive about and you can't say music?
Crazy competitive, I can't say music. Ooh. I think you got me on that one, you know. Do you know what? Connected. I actually say that because when it comes to networking or connected, I'm like, boom, straight on it.
What are 3 goals for 2025?
3 goals for 2025. Inspire someone. Get to a point of where my music is actually like progressing even more than it is. And the other one for 2025 is make sure that I staple my name, like staple it into the UK scene officially. And I know that I'm going to do that.
You wake up and you're invisible for 24 hours. What's the first thing you're doing?
Music. Or actually, I listen to a lot of dub music. So I put dub on, or I listen to frequencies and hertz. I do a meditation, because when I do like meditations and stuff like that, it takes me out of the mindset of being, well, I guess negative. I don't like negativity at all. I am a proper optimist.
Have you got a question for the next guest?
If you could have created one piece of art, what would it have been and why?